I think the ban was because I had a position that I didn't believe that trans women should be competing in the same leagues as cisgender women.
Real women. How dare you, you bigot?
If I'm not mistaken, that's probably where he still sits today. But I would love to provide him with some more maybe up-to-date or accurate information on that, because I'll try to link it. But I did a whole video on this very subject about how basically it really doesn't fucking matter. I'm absolutely fine with trans women competing in sports with cis women, because in order to compete as a trans woman, you have to be on, HRT. You have to have been on it for a certain amount of time. It depends on the sporting institution or whatever that you're under. Research shows that basically trans women who are on HRT have comparable athletic capabilities, if not reduced athletic capabilities, to cis women. And that's because even if you're a big, huge dude, when you are limiting your lung capacity, your blood oxygenation rates, and your muscle and bone density, when you're having to account for those things with a much bigger, denser body, it takes longer for the oxygen to reach your muscles. It takes longer for your recovery rates, So it's almost like the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
He sees them as crazy or unable to be reasoned with, aside from what usually come back to basic conservative talking points. He essentially says this stuff so that he doesn't have to deal with debates.
You think protests would...
That's why she's mad. Because she's taking his view on trans women in sports to be a transphobic stance, and she herself appears to be trans. That's why she's mad. She thinks he's transphobic. That could be further from the truth. I don't like that he is misinformed on this issue of trans women in sports. I feel like, that's easily rectified, especially because he's somebody who really values research and studies and empirical data and evidence. So I think once, he's presented with that, I don't see why he would maintain that position. He's historically been known to fall and err on the side of facts. And so that's why, this doesn't even bother me, but it makes sense to me now why she's so butthurt. I think that's quite sad, because I feel like, he's much more of an advocate and ally to her than she'd even ever fully appreciate.